Hey, I'm Torment from the GCB. I'm a former world champion, competed for 7 years in the RLCS, and coached for about 2 years. I've been playing for a really long time since release. I have a lot of experience with directional air roll, and I am here to help you today with mastering that. I will be specifically focusing for air roll right on how to turn left and how to turn right in the air the standard way. There's a lot of ways you could change directions, but this is kind of the base of like, I want to go this direction, I want to go that direction. If you want tornadoes and reverse tornadoes for air roll right, then Freaky will have you covered on that aspect. Okay, now to turn right in the air, the kind of standard way to do it, I would say, is to hold down and to the left or just down. So I'll kind of showcase it, and it'll look a little bit different because, again, it's a little less natural, I would say, to turn right in the air than with arrow right than it is to do it with left. Kind of like what I showed you with right going to the left, right? They have that same issue. And that's kind of how it looks. Not as simple, I would say, because it feels more natural, probably just directly turning and not having your wheels face you. But again, still a good way to do it. I would say you could do the same thing with like a constant air roll, and I'll show it now. And I'm air rolling, and I get kind of to the corner. Right? You might not be able to get all the way there. It depends, as well as how slow you go. If you go a little slower, it'll probably be easier. Less boost, yeah, like that. I was going too fast, so I can get all the way into the corner, right? And again, good way to change direction in the air. If I'm aerialing and I notice I need to go to the right a little bit more, I would start doing it like that, most likely. And again, it's not that exact, it doesn't have to be exact 45. It doesn't have to be exact 0 degrees, but it could be somewhere in between. And, and it's for more drastic turns because you can also turn in the air with tornado spins, which is, again, more centered in the controller to the side. Like, it's like, in this range where my controller is right now, and reverse is on the other side. So it's like the same thing, but it's not as exaggerated. So this is for more sharp turns. This is for more direct turns. If I really need to change direction and I'm like, oh, I need to get over here because I took off the wrong way or something happened that I didn't predict, that would probably be more so the case in how you use it. So when I'm taking off from the wall, sometimes if I need to like really change directions, it can be useful in air dribbles to like go a certain way. Like I need to get around the ball a certain way, I might use it. Okay, so I'm going up the wall. I bring up the wall. I need to get to the right of the ball. You notice how I kind of did that steer right. Again, I kind of almost messed it up because I'm thinking too much about it. But you can see how I jumped off the wall. Maybe I jumped off a little late and I wasn't in line with the goal, because on air dribble you want to be in line with the goal. And I started doing the turn left in the air and boosting so I could get there fast and get kind of under the ball on the side I want to. And that's pretty similar concept to aerialing off the ground and trying to change direction. But yeah, on an air dribble, and air dribbles a lot of times take a lot of adjustments, and that's kind of one of the adjustments you can use on those to kind of get that better second touch after you jump off the wall, and could be pretty helpful. And it might not be as strict as, like I said, just like specifically those two inputs. You might be switching between those inputs, changing the direction how your nose is. But that will generally be how you go to the right side with arrow right. So now we're going to show it in rings. Takeoff, normal takeoff. I want to go right a little bit like that, right? I want to go left like that. And that one's very simple. So level 1 on Lethamir's lava rings, you can do a very basic turn right into turn left, do a 360 each way or a 180 each way. Depends how you want to do it. I can redo it and kind of show. So for kind of a simple start for this is I'm going to take off. I'm going to aerial, and I want to go right. So I'm going to pull down and right, get my nose that way, kind of rewind my car a little bit, turn left, and again, if you do like a 180, you'll be upside down. So if you're comfortable airing upside down, you can do that. I almost think the 360 might be easier because you'll end up back in the neutral position, right? So you might want a 360 more often. You can do 180s. There will be times when you do a 180 in a game and you hit the top and you want to hit the ball with the top of your car. So kind of practice how you will. I was naturally just doing 360s. I think it felt a little more natural, at least. And I'm taking off. I mean, this one you don't have to change directions yet. Now we have to dip down to the right. I'm pulling down. It's actually very useful for this one. Let me do a recorrection. Very, very useful for this one where you have to dip down, right? You want to get your nose down because it actually makes it so it's very easy to you don't even have to like readjust your nose back up in the air. You just kind of face it down and then boost and boom, you're through. Okay, this one's a really exaggerated turn, so it might be a really good way to show it. You take off. Again, I don't need to air roll on the takeoff. I need to turn right. Kind of already got momentum going that way. And boom, I kind of just did like a full spin. And another one. And then now I need to go left and up left. And I'm doing this in slow-mo. I didn't really mention the slow-mo. I think it's easier to show you guys, but also for you at home practicing this right now, it might be a lot easier to do it in slow-mo first and then kind of go full speed and get it down. And we'll stop at that one. Again, you can go through this even more and go through it as far as you want. There's so many rings maps you can kind of get variety on as well. All right, you guys, hope that helped. Now on to turning left.